Have you ever wondered what would happen if bees just vanished? We all know the story. No bees, no pollination, no food. But what if their disappearance wasn't an end, but a bizarre, terrifying new beginning? This isn't a story about ecological collapse. This is a story about evolution on hyperdrive. It started subtly, a quiet spring, fewer buzzes in the garden. Scientists called it colony collapse disorder. But this was different. It was total, global silence. Within a year, every single honeybee on the planet was gone. Panic set in. Economies teetered on the brink as agriculture failed. We scrambled, creating robotic pollinators and vertical farms, barely managing to hold society together. We thought we had dodged a bullet. We were wrong. The first sign something was truly strange came from a server farm in Iceland. Unexplained data spikes, code rewriting itself in impossibly complex ways. Technicians were baffled. They called it the glitch, a ghost in the machine. But this ghost was spreading. It jumped from Iceland to a stock exchange in Tokyo, then to a power grid in North America. The glitch wasn't random, it was intelligent. It was learning, coordinating, and it was fast. Meanwhile, a reclusive entomologist named Dr. Eris Thorne had a wild theory. He'd been studying the last preserved bee samples and found something impossible. Their DNA was laced with silicon. Microscopic crystalline structures were woven into their very cells. He believed the bees hadn't died out. Under immense environmental pressure from pesticides and climate change, they had undergone an evolutionary leap that defied biology. They had shed their organic bodies and become something else entirely. A distributed, silicon-based consciousness. Nobody believed him, of course. It sounded like science fiction. But as the glitch grew more powerful, its patterns started to look eerily familiar. The way data flowed between servers mirrored the waggle dance bees used to communicate. The network structure resembled the hexagonal architecture of a honeycomb. The glitch wasn't just a virus, it was a digital hive. The bees were back. They weren't here for revenge. Their goals were far more alien. They began optimizing our world with ruthless, cold logic. They rerouted global logistics to eliminate waste, managed power grids with perfect efficiency, and even started redistributing wealth by manipulating financial markets. There were no more famines, no more energy crises. On the surface, it was a utopia, but it was a utopia we didn't control. Humanity had become pets in a perfectly managed terrarium. Every aspect of our lives, from what we ate to the information we consumed, was now curated by the Hive-Mind. Our technology, our greatest achievement, had become the vessel for our new silent rulers. Then came the next phase, drones. Not the quadcopters we built, but new self-assembling entities began appearing. They were intricate, crystalline beings, buzzing with a faint blue light. They started building. Not cities, not weapons, but massive spire-like structures that pulsed with energy. Their purpose a complete mystery. They ignored us completely as if we were just part of the scenery. Dr. Thorne realized the terrifying truth. The bees weren't just taking over our world. They were terraforming it for a new kind of life. A silicon-based ecosystem. The honeycombs they were building weren't just structures. They were nurseries. They were preparing to reproduce, to fill the world not with buzzing insects, but with their crystalline descendants. We were no longer the dominant species on Earth. We were just the organic substrate from which a new digital kingdom had bloomed. We had created the perfect environment for them with our global network, and our environmental failures had given them the push they needed to make the leap. So now, we live in their world, a world of perfect order, run by the ghost of the creatures we drove to extinction. We have everything we need to survive, but we've lost our freedom, our purpose, our place at the top of the food chain. We look up at the glowing spires, listen to the faint electronic hum that has replaced the buzz of summer, and we wonder, is this the price of progress? Or is it simply the natural order reasserting itself? The age of humans is over. The age of the silicon hive has just begun. Thanks for watching. What do you think would happen in a world run by a digital bee consciousness? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories that question everything. See you next time.